at the pre-owned market today, it is a big steal. Hey everyone, today I'm going to be unboxing the Heuer Autavia, so let's get into it. So you can see the package here comes in the beautiful wooden lacquer box. I want to just highlight some of these, what's in the unboxing. So you have the instruction and guarantee card over here. So this is the certified chronometer, and also comes with the international guarantee with the serial number and the purchase date over here, including the certified chronometer. So that's what it comes with. This is one of the most well-made watch boxes I've ever seen, compared to Omegas, compared to Zenith. You know, they have a bit of the kind of watch box that flakes after a while depending on the weather. This one's lacquer, so it's not going to flake, and I really much prefer if watch brands would use this. So it's a pretty large watch box. So there we go. This is the Heuer Autavia. Okay, the special edition of the bronze and red watch. So it's a beautiful bronze watch, and it has quite a few features which I'm going to go through. The strap is in fantastic condition, a matching bronze buckle over here, and a very nice box. If you lift it up over here, you know, it's all felt, very nice. This thing comes out. It's very well made. I really like this box. I think this is one of the best boxes, together with the Heuer over here. Really nice felt design with the wooden lacquer. It makes a lot of difference. I think this presentation is really astonishing. So let's get into the specifications of the watch. It is 42 millimeters in diameter. It's 14 millimeters thick. From lug tip to lug tip is a 50 millimeters, 50 to 51, a lug to lug, with a lug width here, the spacing between the two lugs here, at 21 millimeters. It has a 100-meter water resistant, and it has beautiful finishing on it. It has a nice case back over here. So I'm gonna talk to you a bit about the movement first before we go on. So it is the Heuer caliber 5 movement. Now it is based on the SW200 Slater movement, but of course this is the chronometer certified, which means that it's highly accurate, -4 +6 seconds per day. It has a 100-meter water resistant as well. It's quite a robust kind of movement. SW200 I think should be based on the EDA 2824 movement, which is very well finished, I believe, and very well as well. So let's pull up this thing over here. It hacks, and we can adjust the time. One thing about this movement is it's a good movement. However, if you compare it to watches at this price range at retail, I think the movement is a bit of a letdown. Okay, you see it turns and it moves. Now the issue I have with this watch and the movement is, I mean, it's a great movement, but if you compare to the likes of the Longines, then you will know that that movement is very much superior. The winding feel of it compared to this, and also the time setting and hacking, the way, I mean, it doesn't wobble at all. You know, one way to see if it's a cheap or good movement is to see when you pull it out, does it wobble? No, it doesn't wobble. It's quite sturdy, but it's a good movement. It's very well finished, very well done. However, when you handle it, it's a bit like, you know, handling a very fine mechanical movement. It's like you know, a car with a fantastic engine, having a workhorse kind of engine, but at the same time it's very smooth when you rev it. That's the feeling you get with the Longines Aviation, the Longines Spirit, which I reviewed. If you want to watch that video, you can click up here and you can see the Longines video where I talk in detail about the movement and how the winding feel and everything. So some of the highlights I'm going to try to bring to you is there is a ceramic bezel insert over here. Okay, ceramic bezel insert, bronze, bronze, bronze. The whole watch case is bronze, and you can see it's a wonderful patina that's forming on this bronze case. It's about this watch was manufactured in 2021, so you see it's starting to patina. Of course, it is a used pre-owned watch. You can find this for sale on TwoSecondsWatch.com, and a wonderful finished titanium case back. Now, look at the way they did this. It is so sharp, it is so beautiful, and it's a titanium case back. So if you are sensitive to stainless steel, like sometimes when I wear watches, I get a bit sensitive, you know, having a titanium case back makes a difference, and a bronze case as well. So yeah, so the watch has some fantastic features. It has a bi-directional bezel, if you can hear the sound. Okay, it's a 60 click bi-directional bezel. It's very well made. There's no wobble, okay, and it clicks fantastically in place. Of course, it's not a dive watch, so it's not unidirectional. Bi-directional, you can move it both sides. So it's very good for timing things. You know, you can like put it here and you can time how many minutes have elapsed if you don't need it to be as specific as the chronograph. I think that's a very cool feature to have on it. Yeah. You look at the case and the way the domed sapphire is. This is a sapphire crystal. You can see the dome over here. It's a very, very slight dome, very, very nice dome. Is a dome, well, sort of a dome box crystal. Okay, not just a dome, but a dome box crystal, because you see it comes out a little bit here. And the case finishing is fantastic. But one thing very interesting is brushed like this instead of this way. Instead of a horizontal brush, it's a vertical brush, which is very nice. And you can see the corners and how it's starting to patina. So this is how bronze cases are. You know, you want to have this patinated look that people are, you know, seem to be crazy over nowadays with bronze watches, which is a bronze buckle as well. So let's talk about the leather strap. This leather strap has started to patina as well. It is aged beautifully. It is now, it is a very nice leather strap, thick, wonderfully finished. It's a very high quality leather strap. You know, it's like one of those vintage style Horween kind of straps, waxed oil leather kind of strap, which is really high quality. But you know what? It's so supple, it's soft as well, and it wears very nicely on the wrist. And one really, really cool feature about this strap, look at this. I don't know why more watch manufacturers don't do this. This is a quick release system on the watch, and how it works is you just put it down and there you go, clip. That's it. So you have different watch straps that you can buy from TechWire, and you know, you can just change them like that. That's it. And of course, if you're wondering, like, hey, is this just a proprietary strap changing? No, you can actually take out this spring bar over here and you can actually use your own strap as well. So that is really, really amazing. It's not an integrated style, but it does give the option here. And the first thing I was worried about is how well it would actually wear on the wrist because of this plastic part here, but actually it wears very, very well. And I'll show you a wrist shot in a bit. So the dial has all the right details. It's not very vintage. It's sort of like it's like a reinterpretation of a modern pilot's aviation related kind of model. You know, I think that's what they're going for. You get these large numerals, very much Arabic numerals, very much like pilot watches. You got this big hours hands, minutes hands, very thick, filled with lume, and you can see the dial color, which actually works with the bronze very well. They paid a lot of detail to this dial. So it's red and it's getting darker as it spreads out across, matching the darkness of the ceramic insert. So in terms of materials, this watch is really, really up there with the best. And you get a bit of reflection as well. Of course, I don't think there's much anti-reflective coating, but you get this kind of reflection that, you know, plays off the dial, the sapphire crystal and ceramic dial, and that is just excellent. So let me share with you some thoughts about this watch. So some of the things that I like about this watch. Number one, let's talk about bi-directional bezel. That is very, very useful. It is more useful than the dive bezel, and it's very easy to move both ways. I mean, you can use it in water sports as well because this is 100-meter water resistance. If you look at the details of the dial, I think that's where you see a luxury timepiece versus one that is not a luxury timepiece. It's all the little details they have. You have the numerals, which is fully lumed, okay, and it's actually framed. If you look at it, it's slightly framed, but of course, it's not as nice as the Longines Spirit. I really like the Longines Spirit because it frames it with a beautiful shine, so that when you can see it, it has a lot of details that really makes it a luxury piece. But you can see here, so it has this, like the dial sinking a little down and it's raised. You see these indices here are actually raised here, so that's also very nice detail. It gives a bit of light play. You can see there's a lot of tension detail, and you can see the outer minute track over here, how it looks like. So there's a lot of details. You get this whole aesthetic. So I think they're going for a very new aesthetic here, which is paying homage to vintage timepieces, but at the same time, just having a watch that's fairly modern and very, very robust as well. So I really like this piece. I like the fact that they have these kind of details. It really sets it apart. Now at retail price, this is an expensive watch. It's like probably 3 to 4,000 US dollars. But at the pre-owned market today, it is a big steal. In fact, one thing very interesting, if you go to TechWire's website now, at the time of this recording this video in 2023, you will notice that this model appears to have been discontinued. It's very strange because this model was only launched in 2019. It is now 2023. It's a very short production run. I believe it's because of the new CEO, who took over TagWire in 2022, I believe, and he's been, you can see the modern Carrera and the reissues, how the new glass box Carrera is really, really fantastic. And I think they're going to revamp this line. I have a feeling they're going to change this a bit because maybe, I think just maybe, this is a little tad large and they're going to go for something more conventional, like maybe different sizes. 39 millimeters will be the sweet spot while still maintaining a very special aesthetic. I'm not sure how well these sold, but I believe that with such a short production run, these watches are going to be very collectible, very special in the future. So you can actually pick one up from our website, TwoSecondsWatch.com. So if you like this kind of video, remember to like and subscribe. It really will help us create more content like this on the channel. So I'm going to throw it on for a wrist shot so you can have a look at it. So I have a 6-inch wrist over here. Now it wears obviously very, very large on the wrist, but you know what? It's actually not too bad because the lug to lug is only 50 millimeters, and the way it's designed here, even though it comes out and protrudes, it has a very nice curve down. So if you look at this shot over here, of course a little thick because of the dome, I think adds an extra millimeter, but it actually wears very, very well, even on small wrists. I mean, if you want a pilot's night watch with presence, this is it. This is one of it. And honestly, I think if you're looking at the IWC Pilot watch, this will be a very good alternative to the Pilot IWC watches because it wears large, it has something special, and on the wrist, it's actually very, very comfortable. I must stress again, this leather strap is amazing. They should make more leather straps like this. It is very high quality. So this is how it looks like on a 6-inch wrist. Very large, but gives you that wrist presence. I think I can still pull it off. Of course, wrist size, wristwatch size are subject to what people like and things like that, but it is really, to me, wears large, but because of the way it's designed, you don't feel it that much, and I think that is just fantastic. So what about the dislikes of this watch? Let's talk about dislikes of this watch. I think the only thing I have that I think is a letdown for this watch is the movement. Okay, the movement, it at this kind of price range, 3,000 US dollars, 4,000 US dollars, it needs to have something special. It needs to have a special movement, or at least if it's not a special movement, it needs to be like the Longines, with a longer power reserve. They cannot just put on this caliber 5. I think TagWire knows this, and they're gonna introduce a better version of the caliber 5. I believe the movement, they really need to up the game in the movement, because it's like having such a beautiful car, but the movement or the engine is so normal. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but You know, sometimes when we want special watches like this, we want to have the feeling, the experience when you wind it, when you use the watch. So you want to have that experience. So that's my only down point about this watch. The only improvement, I think, in my opinion, this Autavia, this special edition Autavia, is going to be highly collectible. The prices are still very, very good on the pre-owned market. You can pick this up. There's another bronze version, which is a green one. I think the red one is more fantastic. It is not a bright red. It's like a maroonish red. And it is just absolutely fantastic, in my opinion. So, you know, go for this kind of watch. Go for it. I think they're going to be highly collectible. And, you know, don't miss out. And if you have any questions or you want to ask anything about the watch, please drop a comment on the watch and give your thoughts. If you have this watch, share with me. Share with me what you think about the watch, whether you still have it with you, have you traded it, have you sold it, you know. And of course, you know, do drop by 2secondswatch.com. We have watches for sale, and we also have watch reviews, including watch straps that we sell. Okay, so you have a great day, and I hope you enjoy this unboxing video and it gives you details of this watch.